Palo Alto firewall here, right? Now the question is it acting as a router? Is it a firewall or a router? Is it a firewall or a router? That's the question, right? If IP routing is enabled on it, if you tell the IP protocol running on this particular router, if you tell the IP protocol, when the packet comes to you, the two IP address is not your own IP. Don't drop but forward the packet is acting as what? Router. If I don't inform IP forward like this, is not acting as router, right? You understand now? So routing is a function. Routing is what? A function, not the device. You understood now here? So what happens on Palo Alto firewall is we have something called as virtual routers. The module that forwards the packet is what? A virtual router. We have something called as virtual routers. Virtual routers means what? Imagine, like, say, one guy, one person here in the firewall box acting as a router. One more guy is trying to use security. When the packets are going through the device, should I allow the packet or not? Deny the packet or drop the packet or log? What all I should check? Check and then allow or deny. That is done by whom? Another person here. So in the same box, we have what? We have one person acting as a firewall, one person acting as a router, one more person might be there acting as a switch. If at all I define interface as what? Layer 2 interface, then it's a switch also, right? You understand now? I can have more than one person acting, doing routing. I can create one more virtual router here. Create one more virtual router also I can create now. So I can create multiple virtual routers on the same box. They all do what? They're all software modules that can do what? Routing. Now I can attach interface. If at all I say two routers like this, any interface I defined as layer 3, I can attach it to this virtual router or this virtual router, right? And also do routing in between the virtual routers. So all these concepts are there in Palo Alto Firewall. So when you do the first lab, I would like to introduce you to all of this. What is a firewall? What the firewall can do? All that is there. We'll discuss all that later. If at all somebody wants to learn about the Palo Alto firewall, right? You should start with what? You should start with what? Routing and switching concepts on the firewall. Only if you can make the packet come through the firewall and go through the firewall via different types of interfaces, only then you can tell the firewall, okay, allow this or deny this and all you can say, right? First of all, you should be able to allow the packet to get through the router via different interface. It could be, let's say, layer 2 interface, layer 2 sub interface, layer 3 interface, layer 3 sub interfaces. It could be, let's say, tunnel interface. It could be loopback interface. It could be VLAN interface, right? So you should know when to
Sir,
create these interfaces and
sir,
what
you will provide some
circumstances
study material?
and what circumstances we define it as layer 2 interface. What circumstances we define it as layer 2 sub interface. In what circumstances you can define it as layer 3 interface, layer 3 sub interface, or VLAN interface, or tunnel interface, or loopback interface, right? Only if you can make the packet switch by the switch in the firewall, or when the packet can be routed by the router on the firewall, then you can say when the packet is going like this, check source IP, source port number, protocol, user, all that you can tell. You can ask security guy here to give security. Check this, check that, check this, check that, and then allow or deny the packet access. You can do that. Now, If you try to learn, see carefully, if you try to learn the routing concepts, switching concepts, along with the security policies, right? You don't know whether the problem is the security policy or the routing and switching. You understand, no? So initial classes, what we do, we ask the security guard, allow all the packets to go. Allow all the packets to go. Don't check anything at all. Don't check anything. Don't restrict anything. Allow everything to go, not a problem. So we can concentrate on the routing and switching concepts on the firewall. Only when the packet can come through tunnel interface, leave through another tunnel interface, or come through layer 2 or layer 3 interfaces, go to some other interface. Right? Once you learn those concepts, then only you can ask, anytime you can say hello this or put tick mark, tick mark, tick mark, tick mark, do that. Very easy, right? You understand, no? So we learn with what? Understanding the foundation on the firewall. We'll concentrate mostly on what? The foundation topics initially. Then only we go for security policies. So initially, so many cases when you do, you simply tell the firewall, hello, all the packets to, because I'm trying to learn routing and switching concepts on the firewall. Later, depending upon the company's requirement, we can also work with what security policy. It's very easy to do this. So that will be the approach in our classes.